Brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Greg Olsen and Jason Myers has us set to get started. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. Tremble comes in motion. On 2nd down, Young. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Out of the shotgun, Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Young. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Boye Mafe gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks. Allow your team to get settled in. Don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move.
On 4th down, Carolina's going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former star at Alabama. It's Jalen Milroe at quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
On the move, past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Torrey Horton, touchdown Seahawks. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Panthers nothing.
TD. Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10.
Pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the books in me, I thought
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 1. He'll run with Dowdle. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good runner. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. He gets 5 and needed only a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Now Dowdle finds an alley to the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Young. This one on target, it's Dobbs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
3rd and 7. Back to throw. Young. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, on comes Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the Panthers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. Corey Horton now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Milroe throwing on second down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
2. From the gun, it's Milroe. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen. When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Milroe to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Milroe. It's complete. He's got Huck. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-3 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll run right. Here's Walker. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Milroe. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Charbonnet. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Now Milroe. That is caught. And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one?
And he will drive his way into the end zone. Jalen Milroe. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Myers now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks extend their advantage to 14-3.
Panthers
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. To throw is Young. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6. Now Young. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got a man! That's McMillan! A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll stay on the ground. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Tremble comes in motion. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw, Young. He'll step up and run. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
That's good for the Panthers. First down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Carolina.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
For the Seahawks. First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
2nd and 10. Man in motion, heading left. Slant, Smithing, Jigba has it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Walker. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Seattle.
First down. First and 10.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
On first down, it's Milroe. Pass right side. That is hauled in by Horton. And he will get into the end zone. Corey Horton. Touchdown, Seahawks. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks are out to a 21-10 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. It is 2nd and 6. To throw is Young. That's into the hands of McMillan on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league. I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
2nd down, they need 3. Here's Young to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Give them 12 on that one. They're on the march. Another first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Young. He takes off. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
First down. First down and goal to go.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's in. Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Panthers. On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. The kick is good. Panthers are back within 4. It's 21-17.
Panthers 17.
Much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half. And just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Horton. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Walker, and he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Chris Barnes from that linebacker position making the play. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 9. To the air, it's Milroe. Down the field, he's got Barner. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. The rookie from Alabama on target there. It is a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Seahawks.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the 1st.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Now it's Milroe. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now Milroe facing 3rd and long. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. The slot man in motion right. Throwing is Milroe. That's taken in by Horton. Again about 6 before he's taken down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll run here, and it's Charbonnet. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Walker. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
on 3rd and goal. Milrow. And he'll take it on in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead.
Panthers 17.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Panthers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Tremble comes in motion. On first down is Young. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. Back to the right, caught by Sanders. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Panther first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On second down, Young. He runs with it. He's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Nicky Manwari is there to make the play.
Tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Young. Back into the hands of Hubbard. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. They get 22 yards there. It's a Carolina first down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and a yard. In motion goes Dobbs. He's got his big tight end, Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The Panthers.
They're going to try to run it in. And he'll get in for the 2-point conversion. And now the deficit is just a field goal.
Panthers 25.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
First down. A gain of 12.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Get this complete to Horton. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
2nd and inches. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share, and even 30 yards.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Here's Walker. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now the point after try from Myers. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. To return is Hubbard. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Young to throw on 1st down. And that one incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Here's Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down. At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Young. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Tyrese Knight in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Young. This one up top for Dobbs. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Just what the puncher's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Seahawks offense and quarterback Jalen Milroe making their way back out there. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll throw on 1st down with Milroe. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Garner. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On the zone read, this is Milroe. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got a man. That's Horton. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the 1st down.
First down, Seahawks.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now fit it, not even a little bit.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Milroe. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Play action. It's Milroe. That one swung out wide to Walker. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
muscle up, we got the plyometric. Ran up by the luxury, that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, people diabetic. The nuts were full of the
We'll try and run it with Walker.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. From the shotgun, it's Milrow. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run the toss with Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2
When you
yards.
have a linebacker that can cover this much ground, Mike, I mean, what an advantage for a defense. Watch his ability to not only pursue this ball and stretch it out wide, but then to secure the tackle and take him down for a loss.
Milrow on third down. That is hauled in at the 5. To the pylon, he's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Myers now to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Seahawks are able to extend the lead.
42. Panthers 25.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I'm not gonna
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. To return is Hubbard. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's Young. Quick throw, taken in. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Panther first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and put?
And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Young. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Young. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Young.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Young. Here's tight end Trimble over the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now a timeout for Carolina. It's going to be their 2nd as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here.
And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line.
22 more yards.
The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Panthers 32.
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. The Well, Seahawks offense and quarterback Jalen Milroe making their way back out there. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everyone.